All right, welcome for another episode for Something for the Culture. I'm your host, Jazzy J. Tonight we got a couple of special guests, including my brother, Born Knowledge from Do the Knowledge Radio. Welcome.
What's good? What's good, family? Make sure y'all share this video. We got some super duper duper heat in here. You see what I'm saying? One night only. Show is sold the fuck out. Okay? We got some artists, we got some performers. You know what I'm saying? We got some fathers in the building. We got some
Mhm.
fam in the building. We about to see an epic collaboration. The BX and the BK in the building. You understand what I'm saying? We got
What up?
the the microphone fiend, the
Woo!
slasher, the thrasher. He dropped 27 albums in 2020. You understand what I'm saying? And he's still recording. And he's still doing features. He doing voiceovers. He doing one takes. He doing two takes. He
Boy,
working on the movie. He got the documentary popping. Everything. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no
Right
writing
now
children's
on
books. Man,
BX
Yo,
BK's
hold
on
on, hold on,
Mr.
yo.
Crime
By the
the
time
hardest
Knowledge
working man
introduced,
in Juke's
wait a minute,
business.
wait. Hold on, Knowledge, hold on. Yo,
Okay.
Knowledge introduction game be so tight.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a
Introduce you, you be looking for that nigga too. You be like, yeah, where he
Talk
at?
about
Like,
me.
nigga be like, oh, my bad. You be like, shit.
Oh, we.
Knowledge, I'm too damn shit. You had me excited to meet that nigga. Like,
Mr. Rusty Juxx Brown in the building. Okay?
yeah,
Get for me. You know
word, man.
what I'm saying? And from the birthplace of hip hop, the man who is
Mhm.
resurrecting people from the dead. He's walking on water. He raising children single handedly. And when he not on tour with Ha Davis and them, he is helping people help themselves. You understand what I'm saying? My brother, I love him in real life and hate him on the internet. Your man's in there. The chakra smacker. Dr. Enqi in the building.
the chakra smack.
He's smacking. You know, they were saying Cameron was smacking Kofi. He's smacking the
Uh-huh.
chakras out of
The
motherfuckers out
chakra.
here.
Yeah.
The chakra smacker in the building.
2021,
What's
no
the
chakras, man. We got to kill
right?
that shit, bro. Chakras is
Killer.
more dangerous to our people than coronavirus right now.
Speak on it.
What?
Chakras is fucking niggas' heads up.
What?
Super victim complex, zero accountability. You know, it's easy. If your relationship fails, it has nothing to do with the fact that you might be poor at communicating. It has nothing to do with the fact that you might not be honest with your girlfriend, boyfriend, baby mama, fiance, whoever. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with those things. It has nothing to do with maybe you didn't manage the finances or maybe you didn't watch the baby enough. Or who the fuck knows? You
Right.
didn't take your socks out to whoever. You know what I'm saying? You left your socks in the. You know how some shit build up and it could just be the last thing that. You know, so you never know what it is. But niggas with the chakra shit, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, you know that's your third chakra wasn't activated, so that's what happened to that relationship right there." You got to get your chakras activated. That's you. You thinking? Damn, I don't know. You done pumped all this money into this business, this ideas and shit. Like shit, what happened to the business? You know what I'm saying? Business didn't work out. You trying to figure out, so you make sure the next business is successful. You don't repeat the same mistakes. You trying to figure out what happened to the business.
Yeah.
If I'll tell you the business failed because the fifth chakra wasn't, the fifth chakra was on the different side of your body, the third chakra. So they
That shit
wasn't
was
active.
that shit was and it was in retrograde. This shit was in
Right.
retrograde.
And it went into retrograde, and the fifth chakra was where the fourth one was. Your chakra
Oh,
wasn't in alignment. So your whole business model failed. Your chakra. Shit.
That is it, man.
Damn.
tickle.
Don't
I am
worry
tickled.
about studying business. Don't try to figure out working on no contracts. Don't try to work on your product. Don't spend no time studying your service to provide better customer service. And don't do none of that. Get
Right.
the chakra alignment. You see, because that's what's going to be the shit that's the game changer.
We got to do that though. We
You
got to
see,
do that, man.
we don't need you to
Oh, we.
exercise a little bit more. Add a little herbs and vitamins in. Don't worry about no vitamin D. If you need protection from corona, hey, activate those fucking chakras. I mean, come on. What would you be wearing a mask for when you can activate chakras? I mean, what the fuck is going on?
Cass is really pushing this shit, Rusty. We're not even joking. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really
ID card gets me off the vaccines where I could turn this in to the military niggas with the vaccine and say, oh, no vaccine for me, baby. I'm woke.
I'm good.
My shock is activated, nigga. So I'm Gucci on that vaccine, baby. And my babies, they chakras activated too. So they don't need vaccines either. We chakra out around these parts.
I'm pushing it. They
like,
pushing that shit.
That's just counterproductive. It's like the tooth fairy. You know, at some point it serves a purpose, but when you get bigger, we got to let you know the tooth fairy's fake. Chakras was good to get you in a certain mind of thinking and get you to start going inward and working on meditating. And we don't need the tooth fairy part no more. Now we can realize the benefits of meditation without the mythology and the fable and the cartoon characters. And build for real. You know what I mean? Like, we got to build for real.
Sebri was here. Dr. Africa was here. Everybody was here. They was here. You know what I'm saying? Where you at, yo?
And see that, and that's the other piece is I don't take that lightly. A lot of niggas, they don't even feel that pressure or that burden, but I don't take that lightly because it's people that's like, all right, the old Jesus gone now. What y'all gonna do? Mm-hmm. So I can't have you telling people at a time when it's a pandemic and all of the documentation that we have tells us that vitamin D is critical in determining your level of infection, severity. Or you telling niggas don't worry about no vitamin D. You don't need to spend your money on vitamin D. Just get the chakra alignment. I'm like, okay, hold on. This right here. This. Like, well, man, Cat, this shit right here. I'm like, this is where we have to draw the line in the sand. And so, but
Rusty, what's your take on it?
Listen, man, my chakras is fully aligned, man. I'm indestructible, man. I don't need none of that shit. No mask, none of that shit.
The shop round bars. He just dropped the shop round bars up in here.
Oh shit! That nigga said I'm in full alignment, B. I'm like, I'm at 1,000.
I'm like Batman, man. You know, on my tool belt, I got that anti-coronavirus potion. You know what I mean? I just take that shit. I'm good.
Oh, that's right. So look, before we go any further, I want each of y'all to kind of just say who you are for people that don't really know you or not familiar with your work. Rusty, I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, this Ruste Juxx straight out of Crown Heights, man. The king of Crown Heights, to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Missed 123 albums in 4 years. You know what I mean? Toured around the world, international hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? That's insane.
AKA, I'll put your favorite MC in the headlock. You know what I mean? Word, man. Get to know me.
How many albums?
347, man.
So Brooklyn.
That's
so Brooklyn.
It's actually 14 albums in 12 years, but you know what I mean? I still got I got hundreds of features and shit, man. So you know
that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to stay viable over a decade. That shit is insane.
3 albums this year. 3 albums this year.
Yeah, 3 this year.
7 EPs this year. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't playing.
That's a blessing.
Still featuring right now. You can't just say, I just heard your new shit. That's Mr. You can't just say, I just heard your new shit.
Which one?
Because
which one?
Because the new shit became the old shit as soon as you heard it. Some other shit already dropping when that shit.
Right.
Them niggas is already on another space. They working in multiple promo plans at the same time.
Motherfuckers got a lot of people got short attention span, man. So I try to just keep shit coming at you out of everywhere. You know what I mean? If you don't hit from my albums, you hit me on somebody else's project, you know what I mean? Or underground DJs or whatever. Somebody playing some shit I'm featured on. You know what I mean?
Say, not for nothing, your voice probably is more famous than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as you start talking, people know exactly who you are. Like if they
like, yo, that's Juxx.
as soon as you start talking, you hear the verses, like you hear the songs immediately.
Now somebody said that shit to me like years ago. I think I was in SOBs and I was talking to somebody and they was like, "Yo, Ruste Juxx," and I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, from hearing me. Now he ain't seen me yet. He was like, "Yo," I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah. That's one of the things that you got to have to be a dope artist, that you just got to be blessed with. Ain't no skill to that. You got to have a unique voice. All of the dope artists that we think of, no matter what it is, they got a voice. Like if it's R&B,
you gotta use that shit like an instrument, man.
Facts. Yep.
That's very true. So Dr. Enqi, you up next.
Hi, my name is Dr. Enqi. Similar to Dr. Sebri, but from the Bronx.
I'm so weak with him. I'm so weak.
It's a nutshell, making super.
Pretty much. So look, let's start with asking, how has y'all quarantine life been treating y'all? Like, what have y'all been doing to keep busy and occupied and everything else in between?
You first, Knowledge? You first, Rusty?
I mean, y'all could go. Yeah, go ahead, go.
For me, it didn't change. I already been on quarantine. I'm a single dad with 5 children. So it's just me and these 5 little ones. So technically, I get to experience all of the stuff that most men just hear argued about into the phone to them. So I get to lift that shit out. You ain't here with these babies all the time. Ooh. I'm here with these babies all the time. So technically, before quarantine, I couldn't go nowhere. During quarantine, I can't go nowhere.
Wow. So it really ain't no difference to you.
Tomorrow, I'll still be in the house with the baby. So my quarantine ain't changed much.
Right. Rusty, what about you?
I was out a little bit more, but I'm mostly in the house too, man. I'm mostly in the house with my wife and kids, and but you know, I'm getting tired of this shit though. With the we can't go no fucking where. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, man. I mean, this been the longest. What, it's been 9 months. This been the longest 9 months I ever seen.
Man,
but it's I'm still maintaining, man. The bills getting paid every motherfucking month. Everybody eating in here. We getting, our winter clothes, school clothes. Everything is on point. You know what I mean? We just need that vacate real quick.
Right.
Facts.
Word.
So, Rusty, back another question for you. Tell us how you got into music.
I got into music. I was listening to music since I was real little, and I think at 12 years old I started rhyming, influenced by my uncle, and I just never stopped, man. And at like 17, 18 is when I met Sean Price, and I featured on Helter Skelter's second album, and that was my first official appearance. You know what I mean, in the hip hop game. Yeah.
And Dr. Enqi, can you tell us how you began on your journey? Because a lot of people that are not really familiar with your work or what you actually do. A lot of people just know you from being like a protege or a student of Dr. Sebri. Can you just tell us, how did you get your start?
So the reason why I use him as a reference in certain places is because there's no real, even saying similar to Dr. Sebri is an approximation, because it's like like if somebody is an engineer somewhere, they could be like, yo, I'm an engineer, because we know what engineers is. Right. What I do, there's not a thing for. It's holistic healing, but I'm also a personal trainer. I'm also a calisthenics specialist. I'm also a nutritionist. All that kind of some new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like an uncle for a living.
Okay.
I'm like I'm like what your good uncle should be for a living. Like you like that. With supplements and shit. You know?
So being that you are in the field that you're in, what is your take of from the beginning of this whole 9 month pandemic up until now? Like in your professional opinion, do you think it was handled well, or it's being handled well, or what?
Well, here's the thing. I think for what, and being serious, I think for what infrastructure Trump had at his disposal, I think he did a great job.
Okay.
How so? Because from before Obama took office, we was in an all-time low of doctors and nurses in this country. So a lot of people that don't pay attention to the medical system in that way, they would know that. So this country was ripe for a pandemic because we already didn't have enough doctors and nurses just to take care of the regular ebb and flow of the emergency room. And like we were already short on doctors and nurses for regular time. So for pandemic, forget about it. This is the time. This is what's that Murphy's Law? When the worst, how does it go? Whenever the worst possibility could line up. That thing. That's where we at right now. Like, so we was perfect for that. And then you add in the obesity, you add in the lifestyles of how our priorities upside down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, like for me, one of the things that got me on the health road was getting real fat. You know what I'm saying? I went from 180 pounds to 256 pounds. That was crazy. I was like literally carrying another human. I was like 80 extra pounds on me that I wasn't used to carrying. Now, I'm dying. I could barely walk up a flight of steps without damn near passing out. But everybody around me like, damn, nigga, you look good, man. My mama like, man, you look good, man. You didn't put that weight on. You must be eating good, baby. Somebody taking care of you. You making money somewhere? So my point in saying that is even our ideas about how we view ourselves are unhealthy. Because if on the same token, you see somebody and they lost 70 pounds, what you gonna say? You're not gonna say, oh man, that nigga, hey, you fasted. You must have got on a great nutritional program. Like, you don't say that. We say, hey girl, I think that nigga got that thing. Boy, you see, that nigga skinny. He done lost all that weight. That nigga, he must got some. That's how we go. If you losing weight, you sick. If you getting fat, you must be healthy and getting money and you all that. We gotta strip all those things away before we can come with a new type of sustained way of living that's going to be where it's not a chore. It's still, you still swaggy, you still sexy, you still moving around, you still got your little drink if you want to have a little drink, little smoke, if it's, you know, whatever it is. But we just doing it in a way where we not putting ourselves in a situation where we susceptible to shit. So the people, if you notice, the people who are having the worst time in coronavirus are the people who were cardiovascular impaired. You had a weak system already. It's not affecting people that's in between 20 and 40 years old that have a healthy, strong body. They coming down with coronavirus and surviving with no treatment. You know, niggas in hospital is like Bloods and Crips. Niggas ain't going to no doctor. You got to be shot. Like you not like nobody go. So people not going to the doctor till they can't move no more. They can't even call 911 because they can't talk. It's nothing they would say. It'd just be air on. Like and people surviving. So it's a matter of how well you taking care of yourself. What are your normal everyday rituals? How much do you normally exercise? How much water do you drink? Like just basic stuff. This is cleaning up the town now. All of the things that we've been knew that we should. Nobody needs to be told, yo, fam, you should cut down on the pork. You should cut down on the white bread. Nobody needs to be told cut down on the soda, knock off the Newports. We know, like, you don't need no professional or no science or degrees or none of that to know those things. But those are the things that we keep putting off. Yo, I'm about to get started on this shit Monday. Monday turned into 50 fucking Mondays. Now it's next year. We getting ready to start this shit on New Year's. You know what I mean? Niggas getting ready to start this New Year's. The same shit they said they was getting ready to start last. So Corona just created a situation where now everybody's exposed.
Mm-hmm. You
didn't start the exercise. You didn't start the diet plan. You never bought the generator, the backup generator for your house. You never took care of those emergency supply things. So, boom, Corona hits. Supermarkets flooded. There's no water. There's no toilet tissue. Blackout. This, that. Boom. Nobody's prepared. So, if we still here, the niggas that ain't dead, right? Rest in peace to everybody who is dead and everybody who ain't dead. Don't be caught with your pants down again. Don't be thinking about the people who died so much that you forget you're still alive. You need to protect yourself and your family that's still here. Don't be caught looking crazy like you was last time. Don't not have 10, 15 gallons of water in your house. Don't not have a generator if you got a house. Don't not have the herbs, the vitamins, the vitamin D, the vitamin B on deck. Don't look crazy like somebody in your house get Corona and then you rush into Amazon to put an order in. You rush into my website after, like, nah, that ain't when you need the vitamin D. You need the vitamin D already. If your baby fall down and scrape her knee, you don't go to Amazon to order a Band-Aid while your daughter bleeding. You want to pull that Band-Aid out the cabinet and put that right on there. So the first go around was like, fool me, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. You know, try that same thing like the first saying. So that's how this go around. Now we seen how Corona hit. We absorbed the hit. Now we got to prepare this time. We got an opportunity. And there's nothing that indicates we really need a synthetic agent to beat coronavirus.
So is it fair to say that you're against the vaccines that they're trying to put in place for us?
What they currently have. I'm not somebody that's just arbitrarily against vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like forced or blind vaccines. I'm against forced or blind vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
But I think where we are right now, the technology does exist that we could make something decent. It doesn't have to be mercury and aluminum filled with viruses. Like, it doesn't have to be stupid. Like, these vaccines are archaic, where you're taking some of the virus and giving me the virus. Like, that's nuts. Why would you take some of the virus, put it in a bottle and inject it in my blood, and at the same time tell me I need to hide in the house to stay away from exposure to the virus?
Right.
Dang, that doesn't make sense. Why hide from the virus in the house only to let you shoot the virus directly into my vein? Like, some of it's just counterintuitive, but I think the technology exists to create good ones because we see natural things like zinc, vitamin D, etc., that has a tremendous success rate. So right now, we're just too far advanced for the caveman shit, but we're at a changing point. A lot of old shit got to die away. A lot of old people and old ideas got to die away for the new world to come in.
Well, that's a different way of looking at it.
Rusty, let me ask you real quick, as an artist, as an artist, from what you're hearing and what you're seeing that's being produced out here, and you still relevant, you still working with different artists and things like this, what would you say is a responsibility, or is there a responsibility for artists to accurately speak about what's going on? This art form used to be that. Do you think it's still something that artists need to tap into and see, and kind of be the voice?
I feel that's always gonna be the case, man. That's what hip hop is about, man. Like, if you listen to The Message, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, his last verse on that shit was like the best verse I ever heard in my life, man. Like, you gotta talk about what's going on, though. People 10 years from now, they don't know what happened this year. Everybody talking about a bunch of bullshit. We don't even know what, you got to put current events, your life experiences, things that you did to change what happened and shit, so people could learn from that. You know what I mean? It could be certain, everybody doesn't have to rhyme about that, but we need to have those artists that do that. You know what I mean? That's very important.
Mm-hmm. So where do you think that, and this question is for both of y'all, where do you think from this point on, moving forward, how do you think we need to move forward in a positive way, dealing with, one, this pandemic, two, this whole presidential change with the whole Biden and Trump, situation that took place? How do you think we should move forward?
I think everybody should really try to get knowledgeable about everything you need to keep your immune system strong, man. it's natural shit. It's shit all over. You know, like sea moss to black seed oil to you know, it's a whole bunch of things you could take. Everybody just needs to get on the same page and make sure they're healthy. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically, and you know what I mean, every emotionally. You know what I mean? And as far as the presidents, I don't give a fuck about none of the presidents, man. They all devils to me. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be the same shit. I don't give a fuck who in office. Fuck all of them, man. Like seriously, I don't. Anything the government say, I don't believe shit. I mean, I've read too much history. I've seen what's been going on all this time, and you know what I mean. If you trust in them, you got your trust in the government. That's some shit. I don't trust none of them, man.
Okay, now.
So basically, that means what he said.
I got you. I got you, bro. You wanted to ask a question?
All right, so now as artists, y'all are artists, right? So how do you make this palatable? You see what I'm saying? Y'all both have unique talents and skills. You understand? How do you make this palatable? We saw a lot of losses in hip hop also that were preventable. You see what I'm saying? From not having the health piece, not having this conversation infused amongst your peer group. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, bad decisions based off of not taking care of the business and not taking care of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So now how do we create a new normal where we got a drug culture kind of pushed on the youth that's after y'all, that's kind of, you know, super imposed on them as their coping mechanism? You see what I'm saying? And they checking out of here.
Well, one thing I think is the parents have to take accountability in this situations like this, because hip hop shouldn't be raising these kids. You know what I mean? You supposed to raise your kids, and you know, from like my kids, they don't listen to all this craziness. You know what I mean? I let them listen to what I feel that they need to listen to. You know what I mean? And you know, they listen to stuff on their own, but they know not to go too far. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of artists out there, so many artists out there that you could go check for that's positive. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, when I hear a lot of conversations about hip hop, they talk about all the drugs and all that, but it's a lot of rappers that you could go really check. You just got to know who to listen to. You know what I mean? You can have your kids listening to over 20 artists that's positive, man. You know what I mean? So, and it's kids at their age and their age range. You know what I mean? My daughter puts me on to a lot of artists. You know what I mean? That's you know, radio edit type joints. You know what I mean? So, my son too. My daughter's 9, my son is 13, and my oldest is 22. But you know, he listens to everything. You know what I mean? But you know, it's certain shit that, you know, that shit don't get no play in this house. They can't play that. And so, you know, you can't be, you know, it's just like blaming something on movies and shit. You know what I mean? You see a bunch of killings in movies and you can't blame it on the movies. You know what I mean? It's like I can't, anything my kids do, if something failed, I gotta blame that on me. You know what I mean? I failed as a parent to, you know what I mean, not teach them the right thing.
Right. I 100% agree with that. Rusty, I want to ask you a little bit more about your relationship with Sean Price. Like, how did you meet him? You know, how did it blossom over the years, so on and so forth?
I met Sean Price through my manager. I had a manager one time that I was running around just making noise with, putting out singles and shit. And he's related to Rock. He's Rock's cousin. And he introduced me to Sean. He brought him around on my block one day. And you know, I spit for him. We clicked. Then we became good friends. You know what I mean? And I was just, you know, going with him everywhere. You know what I mean? Duck Down. You know, a bunch of shows they was doing, studio sessions. You know, as I say, they was working on the Magnum Force album. You know what I mean? And I met I've learned a lot about the industry with Sean, and just a lot about life, period, with him, man. And we became. He's my 13-year-old's godfather, and you know what I mean. We was real tight, man. That was my big brother that I never had, man.
That's dope. Dr. Enqi, who was some of your influences growing up that got you to basically want to do holistic medicine and so on?
I came through Like this wasn't an intention. So I never had any intention of. I liked magic when I was little, to be honest. And then magic kind of grew into like, you know, like little experiments with the volcano and baking soda and peroxide, bleach. You start messing around with stuff, and always had a love for science.
Okay.
And that was kind of what it really was, just chemistry and stuff like that. Fast forward, my daughter got hit by a car.
Oh, wow.
When she got hit by a car, she broke her neck, her spine, her pelvis, her left leg, her foot, everything was crushed. So at that point, I had to put what I knew together, and I had to come up with something because the doctors gave me no option. We was in one hospital, I forgot the name of the hospital, close to Fordham Road in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
We had transferred to Columbia in Manhattan, where they had the best child trauma services led by Dr. Lee. He's supposed to be like the best at the time in North America, or at least in Northeast America. And so they sent us to him, and he was like, "Listen, what they could do, she's not going to walk again. Period. At best, maybe in another, 3 years, with 3 years of rehab, at best, she might be able to use like some, But I just didn't, so I was like, nah, that ain't, we ain't on we plan B. So I started using what I knew to put together, and God willing, she, what I put together wound up getting her neck, spine, legs, thing back to 100%. Now she dance, play sports. Nobody can tell if she ever had the injury. And that's what kind of protected me down this road, because people heard about it. And then people start coming at, yo, can I do this? Can you do that? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And at the time, I was good. I was making, like I told you, I was getting like 70, 80K at Verizon. I was Gucci. I was like, I ain't doing it. I've come out support the brothers and all that, but I ain't like, nah. Me and white folks, cool. I will meet with you niggas after work and say, fuck the white man. But at 9 a.m., I will be clocking in with the white folks. You know what I'm saying? But when that happened, I realized that was my calling, because I was able to do something that nobody else could do, and then able to repeat and help other people in a lot of ways, where it just grew and evolved to the point where this took over my life. This was definitely not the plan, any shape, form, or fashion. This happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So full time. The products grew because I would tell people recommendations to, use this and use that. And then they would be lazy. Like, yo, I don't know where to get this. I never heard of that. Can you get it? Yo, if I give you the money, can you? So the usual things that I wound up getting for people, I just wound up having extra. I'm like, all right, cool. So this right here is called this. So now I have this, you know what I'm saying? And then, time goes by, I noticed that I keep ordering this for people. All right, so I'll have a little extra of that. Before you know it, I got 3 or 4 things that I always got. And the success that people's having is growing to the point where I can see the potential to be able to replace the Verizon job with doing this and nothing else. And so eventually, word of mouth spread. I started doing lectures everywhere. Started from the bottom. Now we.
So, I want to know, and this is for both of y'all, how do you, Rusty, as being an artist, and you, Dr. Enqi, as being a doctor, how do y'all build the gap between, one, the music industry and the rap scene and Black doctors, and helping our people, with one, becoming more healthy, and 2, becoming more aware?
Well, one thing I read a lot, and I usually incorporate a lot of things that I read into my music. So I get that out there to the fans that way. You know what I mean? And when I get at a certain point where I could really help more financially, that's what that's certain things I'm gonna do too. And was joking earlier when I was saying writing children's book, but that's one of the things I'm getting ready to start doing for real. And I want to make a lot of books for Black children, man, in rhyme form. You know what I mean? A bunch of storytelling, but I just got to get me a good illustrator, man, and start putting that out. But I definitely want to do more. I'm on just like a lot of artists that have annual book bag giveaways, and you know what I mean, in the summertime cookouts, you know what I mean, for everybody. So you know what I mean, everything just gonna be. I just got to get in a position so I could do that.
Knowledge. What you think about Marvin?
Perfect. That's perfect.
Right? You think Marvin could do it? Marvin is one of my guys, and he on the health vibe. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that makes him different is he be drawing all the body parts, all the way down to the enzymes, the proteins, the peptides, the mitochondria, the this. He draws it out as we discussing it. So I'm saying he can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely what I need, man. I'm about to set that shit off and really do that.
And he'll be on the frequency, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get vegan food cooked by non-vegans, you know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to make because I mean, hey, see, that'd be the crazy shit. You go.
I never even thought about that and shit.
Man, you go to a vegan restaurant, nigga serving your joint. You go out, you go get in your car. You see homeboy in the back eating a burger. You know he got a real Whopper. He don't got the Impossible Whopper. He got a real Whopper. With a can of fucking OE on the like. You like, what a $12 kale salad from this nigga. What the fuck, nigga? What?
I'm weak.
Yeah.
I want some good. I want some energy on nigga. Kale is $1 for a whole big bag. If I pay you $12 for a small bowl, I need to feel like shit happened with that shit. The fuck is going on? I need to feel like some shit is going on right now with this fucking this kale salad shit.
It sounds like y'all need to collab on a multitude of levels. You understand what I'm saying?
What
Dr. Enqi got a bunch of books, and Dr. Enqi got a bunch of bars. Dr. Enqi got a project out. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, so that hurt. The quarantine hurt the music for me.
Yeah.
But that's because I was baby with it.
What kind of pivots you had to put in place, Rusty? You still dropped three projects this year. You understand? You said quarantine for who?
Polished
out of here.
Polished veteran. That's polished.
Everything is this. We in that digital era, so you know what I mean. I do songs with artists from all over the fucking world. Motherfuckers being in Japan or Australia. I'm doing a song with them. I just send my files. You know what I mean. They get it mixed and mastered. They can shoot their part over there. I shoot my part here, and we put the video together. You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of
it. It's just that easy.
Yeah. When work slow down for everybody else, you going in the overgrind.
Right.
Yeah, we can't stop, man. We gotta keep this shit rocking. We gotta take care of these babies, man. Word.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I am. Before the rap shit, before all of that, you know what I mean. I'm a father, so I gotta stay on top. Word.
I know that's right. So I want to ask both of y'all, how do you feel that the internet, social media, and everything in between dealing with the World Wide Web has impacted both of y'all businesses in a good way and a negative way?
Good for me.
Everything is it's all good to me too. Yeah, I don't know. It's just with certain shit. Like Facebook or something, they got me blocked now just because, they say freedom of speech is free, but that shit ain't free. You know what I mean?
Oh, you said no, I'm banned right now in Facebook jail.
Forever, though.
Yeah, they got me to the 25th, and they talking about some, and look, the shit was, what one of the posts was that they banned me from? Because I put up, I post about, so artists can hit me up if they want to pay me for a verse and shit. So I put, my caption was, mad scientists in the lab cooking up bars or some shit like that, and they told me that the shit was that they site don't allow something about drugs and shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm talking about lyrics. You know what I mean? I seen that shit. I was like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? They was really serious with that shit. Motherfuckers blocked me. I said, this shit is crazy, man.
That's insane. See,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. So now instead of saying that, I gotta be saying mean 16s and shit. Like I gotta come with it something else. So, you know, the motherfuckers don't think it's some bullshit. That shit's just crazy.
Like,
and that's stopping my money on Facebook because my fan page got like 34,000 and then my regular page is like 5,000. So y'all fucking shit up. I couldn't even broadcast my album dropping that just dropped on the 12th. I couldn't do it on Facebook. But so I only had to do it on Instagram and Twitter because these motherfuckers blocking me on some dumb shit.
Yeah, I had about 50,000 between my pages when Facebook kicked me off like when they kicked Farrakhan off, they kicked like the Nation of Islam was they made a lot of noise about Farrakhan getting kicked off Facebook. There was a lot of motherfuckers that got kicked off when Farrakhan got kicked off. I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And they kicked us off for good. Like they was they didn't want alternative content.
What does that mean?
Right. If it's not what you say, if you don't agree with the news is saying, your ass up over here. So
alternative health facts, they was shutting down whole channels. Cats was going to sleep with a channel, waking up with no channel. It wasn't even like demonetized. It was like straight up no channel. Like your shit was done.
Like you never had one. That's why I built my own whole network. So I have my own social media platform, very similar to like a Facebook. It's called Dr. Enqi's Prism Network.
Okay, now
the apps, it's in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go to the website 40dayfruitfast.com and sign up there. But we got our own whole social media platform because
that's what we need with everything. We need our own everything. Then we wouldn't have to deal with none of this.
Say it again, Rusty. For the people in the back that didn't hear your ass.
So when I was trying to get back
in, man, we need our own everything. All black everything.
Yeah, they're like, yo, you gotta send us your state ID card and your social security card to get back on Facebook. I said, hold the fuck up. Y'all niggas must have read my age on that motherfucker.
That's what they said.
But you know what's crazy? You know, Facebook started as just for college.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, hold on.
I've been on it since then.
Boom. That's why I'm like, yo, maybe they didn't see my age on this motherfucker. You think I'm one of these niggas that was born in the internet age? I know that this is a fucking software program, the same as John Madden, NBA 2K, like all these are fucking programs. Okay, It's just a video game without a joystick. Okay, this is not that deep. I remember world before this. I'm not getting ready to show you. Like it took to just last year for my daughters literally to get me to sign up on fucking Uber. Because in my mind, I'm from a world where I'm not getting ready to give you my goddamn bank account information for a taxi cab. I'm like, hold on, no. We go outside, we get cabs in the road. We just go outside. The cab is. I'm not giving him my credit card.
Right, especially for a damn cab, you might get kidnapped in because you know some of these Uber drivers.
Yeah, man. So
and then on top of that, they take your money if you miss it.
That's why I'm like, I said, hold on, man.
Like, yo,
y'all got to check my age on there. I think y'all got me confused with somebody else. I'm not getting ready to give you my social security card to get back on Facebook, my nigga. Like that. I'm not getting ready to give you my what? Social security number to get.
And what's even funnier, they ask you for that, and then they continue to ask you, well, do you know this person, or what about this person?
Yeah, you don't know none of them niggas. You don't know none of them niggas. I said, how you know? I said, do you see how many niggas? I think I have a theory. I think a human can only know 100 niggas. This is my theory. I feel like that you have a limit. At 100 niggas, it's impossible for you to know any more than 100 niggas. If you have 1 million subscribers, that's cool. You got 1 million followers, but you don't know them niggas. You can't show me random pictures on Facebook and say you're not letting me back onto my own page until I verify niggas. They click the like button on my damn. Right. So you just gonna show me everybody that clicked the like button in the last 3 days. And I gotta have a personal relationship with these niggas, or I can't get back onto this.
Right.
You got pictures on Facebook with your children. You got moments on this motherfucker. You done had a birthday party with somebody just firstborn or some shit. I'm like, hold on. So if I don't verify a stranger, I can't get back my personal pictures, nigga.
Right.
Okay, Facebook, y'all got it. Even the shit what you just explained to us, I'm like, see, I can't fuck with you niggas after this. You're using my image and likeness to generate advertisement money, but you're going to tell the people that's on this motherfucker, they got to pay you a certain amount of money to get to advertise their own product. So if I'm Ruste Juxx and I say I want to sell a Ruste Juxx verse, I have to pay.
That's what they put on there. As soon as I post it up, they put the shit under there and say, "Are you selling something?"
That's it.
And like, you know what I mean? Where I could put, if I put a certain amount of dollars, they could get it to more people and shit. Like, damn.
Come on. Facebook should be ashamed of themselves.
Crazy. I gotta pay to advertise.
Right. At the bare minimum, that shit supposed to be fair exchange. Like, hold on, Facebook. You're using my image and likeness to get your bag, so I'm gonna use this platform to get my bag. Okay? Fair exchange ain't never been robbery. I'm going to need them niggas to crack open a little iceberg slim every so often to get on game. You know what I mean? Same thing. You don't get to use my image and likeness to create a billion-dollar industry. Because they're monetizing everybody's platforms in a variety of ways. So you niggas is making money hand over fist. I'm just trying to get a few littles off my own image and likeness. And I can't do that. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. And I can't even be mad at y'all because y'all pay to play over there. Y'all locking it down. I never took the time until I was thoroughly kicked off to realize how long the fucking contract is that we click agree to when we want to sign up. When you sign it up on Facebook, the contract that nobody reads, that shit is an amazing deal. If you think that, like, niggas be like, yo, them entertainment industry contracts is fucked up. Nigga, if you think them old record deals fucked up, you niggas need to print them social media contracts. There is nothing on fucking earth like a social media contract. Those niggas, they have the right to everything except your anus forever. Period. The social media networks have everything except your canal. Period. Forever.
Same language.
Every single picture they put, if you've ever put on social media, they have the right to monetize in any form or fashion.
They sure do.
You can do it your own self. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
It was cool when I realized you niggas was making millions off us and we not getting shit. But now I'm just trying to get like this car note. I like my nigga. I'm just trying to work on like lunch for next weekend for the children. Like I'm just trying to get $200-300 about you. Like, nah, we're not doing that.
Right.
We're not doing that. We gotta have our own shit. So that's all. I just made our own shit. Conscious, like-minded, like-minded people. We over here. We in the prison. You know what I mean? We in the cut. You know what I mean? You want to come hang out with us? Come hang out with us. Cool. If not, we ain't mad with you. TikTok, IG, FB, YT. You got other options, you know what I'm saying? But they will do you how they gonna do you, you know what I'm saying? And it's only gonna get worse because we all remember YouTube before Leo Cohen. Right? I remember I was on YouTube. I loved making videos, feeling like I was somebody special, putting anybody music on my video. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a moment where this might be a MOP moment in my video. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put another music on this shit. This got to be MOP right here. Leo Cohen took over YouTube. Niggas was getting channels shut down. You like, wait, what happened? I just put a little music on my. What the? Oh no! You get to pay for a little music. That game is over. You're like, all right, well, cool. I'm an artist. I respect it. But hold on, wait a minute. The artist ain't getting the money, so hold on. I'm just paying YouTube to use the nigga shit. Like, hold on, man, that's crazy. So, and then you niggas putting flags on my shit. So if you at a label, like for instance, if Ruste Juxx released his album on a record label, if he put up on his own YouTube channel his own music that's on a label, YouTube will flag his video with his music on it. Every one of my videos with my music in it is flagged.
Sure will. Flag it and cut the volume off on you. Won't hear nothing. Now, just see a whole video.
I got my people going on after YouTube to get the money redirected, but I'm saying that's not even shouldn't even be a thing. That shouldn't even be a process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where these niggas can monetize our image and likeness and then tell us we don't have the right to do the same thing. That's insane. You can monetize my image and likeness, and I cannot. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
What 2021
you had a
look
question?
like for y'all very quick? Yeah. What 2021 look like for y'all that y'all can share? You understand?
Right.
Aside from the Ruste Juxx children's books, you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that Dr. Enqi Ruste Juxx collab, that mixtape that's coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
I'm just, I just got a bunch of projects I'm working on, man, and man, everything is looking real great right now, man. So I'm happy to get shit started in this new year. You know what I mean? My birthday coming up next month too, so you know what I mean. Everything gonna flow right.
Okay.
I really enjoyed, even though through all the bullshit, I really enjoyed 2020. I thought 2020 was a great wake up year for everybody. I thought it was just a good year for everybody to just it was just like a I don't even know how to word this. It was like a fucking ice bucket challenge for the whole earth at the same time. Like everybody's getting the ice bucket challenge. God damn it, huh? Ice cold water in the face. Wake up.
Yo, you know one thing, when Uncle Murder come up with this 2020 wrap up, he's gonna have to rhyme like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go 20 minutes, man. It's too much shit.
That's gonna be the best Uncle Murder wrap up ever.
Yo, he gotta talk about a lot of shit. I mean, it's too much shit that he gonna leave out. I'm telling you.
Right.
This year, and I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a fan of.
Lost a lot of people, man.
Lost a lot of people. President shit, pandemic shit. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot of shit.
I'm a fan of fuckery. No matter how conscious niggas get, I still like the bullshit. So I'm not gonna lie. I like the fact that Uncle Murder and Mad Skills clashed. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yeah, that was. It's like he took that whole shit over.
And I look forward to that whole shit. So
I fucks with Mad Skills. Mad Skills is dope, man. Both of them. I
said
fuck
it with the most disgusting disrespect you could possibly say to a nigga after you took your shit.
Yo, he said it. He said it in the joint.
We Uncle Murder. Shit.
Right.
I'm from Brooklyn. I said, "Woo, that's it." I don't care what that shit to say after that. I don't care what he had to say.
Like, other New York niggas got
the shit ain't trademark. You know what I mean? It ain't fucking coin the shit like so.
Other New York niggas gotta co-sign this shit too, even against our will. Like
yeah. Once he said it, it was just like, all right, yeah.
You from Virginia, you from Virginia, fam. You might not have knew, but yeah, that's what the Brooklyn niggas kind of, you know.
That's official. That's mad official.
Like that's what Brooklyn. Yeah, that's nobody goes to Brooklyn for that fucking reason. Like you not from Brooklyn, nigga. You know, niggas in Bronx and Harlem interchange, Queens and Harlem. Niggas don't go to Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. This shit gonna be 2020. Got to be way better than this year, man. I want to see Uncle Murder and Mad Skills do this year together. I think this year, if no other year, this year got plenty of fucking room. Like that would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Even if they do their separate shit, I'm gonna listen to both of them because I just like hearing shit like that.
Every year I do. I never stop listening to Mad Skills. But I just feel like what Mad Skills present is so totally different than what, you know what I'm saying? That this is, even though it's the same lane, it's still so much space because they telling us it's a total different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Mad Skills is older vibe, is, Uncle Murder gonna put the comedy and the ratchetness on it. So
he gonna be dissing niggas in that shit too.
That's what else we listen for.
Like Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. You
know
what I mean?
Disrespectful.
She got shot. Some shit, you know what I mean? He gonna be telling some other shit.
6'9". Come on.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of shit.
The whole year-end news report. It's
shit that happened in January and February that we done forgot about because since March it's been a whole nother, you know what I mean?
Kobe,
it's mad shit that happened from the beginning of the year.
Kobe, it's so
that too. That's something serious.
So it's all kind of shit that like. That's why I said I would like to see this year. Mad Skills.
This was the first time we had this versus shit going, right? This shit just started this year.
This
all those verses.
Wow, yeah,
right. That's this year.
Uncle Murder.
We would have never had none of this shit if it wasn't for the
beef
pandemic.
Squash, so many beef squash, Monica and Brandy beef squash, all of that shit gonna be talked about.
Uncle Murder could do a whole song just on the beefs that was squashed, or just on the verses. Like he could do a whole year review of versus battles. That should be fine.
It's a lot of shit, man.
So much shit in 2020. It's too much.
So I want to ask you guys this last question before I let each of y'all, give y'all shout outs to whoever. What's the best advice that you have gotten ever in life?
Ever.
Damn. The best advice I've ever gotten in my life. Shit. I don't know. You go first. Let me think of mine. Let me think.
That's tough. That's a tough one right there. I don't know.
I got a lot of different advice with a lot of situations. You know what I mean? To help me out. So
I think my dad.
I don't know which one was actually the best advice.
Yeah, my dad gave me a lot of amazing advice. I got amazing advice from even niggas that I don't fuck with no more. How about that? Got amazing advice from a nigga you don't fuck with no more. So that relationship no longer works for you, but the advice still. Good looking, my nigga.
One thing my grandmother told me, she told me this a few times and shit. Like when I was at my lowest, she'd always say, everything don't stay the same. You know what I mean? Like shit is gonna change. You know what I mean? You're gonna get through this, so just keep fighting through it, and you know what I mean. And once I look at it that way, you know what I mean, it's a little easier to cope. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. So I want to thank both of you kings for, blessing the culture platform, with y'all time. Know y'all have both busy schedules, and we appreciate y'all coming out, and speaking on, some of these topics that we've been dealing with, and, y'all projects that are coming up. If y'all want to take this time for each of y'all to give y'all shout outs and thank anybody family or related, otherwise y'all can go ahead and do so.
I want to say peace to my mama and them. Peace to my mama and them. I don't got no fucking shout outs. My children. Shout out to you niggas. Yeah, man. Shout out to you niggas. Like, I don't know. Who does shout out?
I just want to shout out to, all my Juxxaholics, everybody that's been supporting my music from day one, even the newcomers that's just getting up on my music, man. I salute everybody. And, salute to y'all too, man. Word.
Appreciate it. Bro, you got anything to?
Hey, look, I want to salute y'all for mixing me up in the algorithms with Ruste Juxx.
Well, you know what? Hopefully we'll have both of y'all back and do that whole maybe Bronx, maybe / Brooklyn little.
Oh no. Yeah, no, we're gonna work on something. Knowledge gonna make it happen.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna try to
make some things happen for the community.
Get at least a verse out of Rusty and yeah, I'm one of them niggas. I got ands.
Well, salute the Knowledge, man. He became my PR dude and shit, man. He set up like 8 interviews and shit for me so far.
Yeah,
he hit me with the email. He's like, yo, I got all of these shit. You know what I mean? I said, let's go.
No, that's right.
Knowledge push it together. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get one verse up out of Rusty and a verse up out of the ROCK.
Well, let's go.
Word.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna end it with put your fists in the air for Black Power. Sleepwalkers, time to wake up. It's that hour to break chains and relearn the real truth. Actual, factual, backed up with real proof. Our history. Fuck his story. He slaughtered the indigenous people for his glory. So how's the oppressor gonna tell the oppressed how to speak about oppression? Speak to the Western. My skin is a weapon of white eyes. The black man exposing these white lies. Legalize being black in America. We still slaves, that's a fact in America. The black man take a knee, they all riot. The black man take a bullet, they all quiet. Poison in the water, poison in the food, putting poison in your mind through that motherfucking tool. Read a book, nigga. Word.
Okay now.
Motherfucking
Okay now.
Easy.
Well, all right, bro. You had something to say before we head up out of here.
I mean, I'm supposed to say something after that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to share no more.
Look, you was giving great introductions in the beginning. I figured you wanted to give us a great exit out. Shit.
Hey, what Ready Left say at the end of that show? You ain't got to say no more, baby Paul. It's so.
It's so.
Well, look, y'all, we're going to see y'all for another episode of Something for the Culture around Christmas Eve. Got something a little different. We're going to switch it up. I got a female coming through, talk about, you know, some relationships, sex, and everything between. Real funny lady. Y'all might recognize her from, you know, being on Facebook, and she has a lot of followers. So just look out for that. Christmas Eve. Again, y'all two kings, thank y'all again for blessing the culture. All right, and we out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all too. All right, peace.
Peace.